Good morning. It is 8:22 on a Tuesday morning. It's been almost a month since IMPD started equipping its police officers with body cameras. The complete force of 1,100 officers will all get the technology. It's being rolled out now. The City County Council and Mayor Joe Hogshead dedicated $1.2 million to fund the program's rollout last fall. And joining us live this morning is IMPD Lieutenant Scott Kulig to talk about the status of the program. Lieutenant, thanks for being with us this morning. I know you got a lot going on. Tell us how the rollout has gone so far.
So far it's gone pretty well. We were at a little over 200 cameras that we've deployed so far. So we started off slowly in the month and have been ramping up the production every day since then. And starting in September now, we're going to be at full production each week.
So 200 or so up to 1,100. So it is a process. Take us through the technology as best you can here. The big question that I think a lot of people have, they want to know when the camera will start recording. We understand there's a little bit of a pre-roll. There is a link between the officer's weapon and the camera. Tell us how all of that works.
There's a couple ways the cameras can activate. And as much as possible, we want it to activate without any input from the officer. We want it to do it automatically, so it's just one less thing they have to think about when they're taking a run.
Right.
So we have it set up when they take a dispatch run, when they get close, it'll turn the camera on automatically. If they ever have to turn their lights and sirens on, it'll turn the camera on automatically. If they ever draw their handgun, if they start to run, if they get into a fight and are shaking around, all of those things will be automatic triggers. The officers also have a wristwatch, which has a button in the middle. They can press that, and it'll start their camera for them if none of the automatic activation started for them.
But by all accounts, it will be an automatic here.
Yeah, the primary needs is to be automatic, but there's a fail-safe. If none of those worked, and sometimes that happens, the officers have a way to start it.
What has been the feedback? I know there's been an awful lot of discussion leading to where we are now, but by and large, how does the rank and file feel about wearing this? Do they feel better knowing that they will have backups? Is there concern about privacy? Take us through that.
Yeah, so just like there's a wide range of opinions for the public, there's a pretty wide range of opinions from the officers as well. I think most of it, the officers are concerned. We're giving them a lot of new technology in a short period of time, and it's just going to take them some time and practice and repetition to get comfortable with it. So some guys jump on board right away, some guys are a little bit hesitant, but I think a lot of that's just inexperience with it, and as we kind of get more used to this product, I think we're going to get a lot more comfortable with it.
Well, given all the tension, the stress, and the problems that this country has faced with police officers and the general public all across the country, what is your thoughts about how this will all go moving forward, and how will this be embraced among the public?
Yeah, I think time will tell. I think there's a lot of good tools in this system, and I know there's a lot of concerns and a lot of different feelings about the public. The system can do a lot of things. The system has an accountability feature where it tracks everything we do on there. So it tracks where we drive, it tracks when we're dispatched, when we open a door, when we turn our lights on, when we draw our handguns from our holster. So for people who are concerned about accountability, this system lets us track a lot of that. It also has a really wide database as we start collecting and making these recordings, which will help the prosecutor's office. It'll help our detectives work through cases by having this information. There's things that help law enforcement. There's things that help the community feel more comfortable in law enforcement. Ultimately, it gives us a vessel or a vehicle to share with the media about what it is we do and what it looks like to be a law enforcement officer in Indianapolis.
Lieutenant, we only have a few seconds left. I want to ask this. What about the transparency that you talked about here and the public's ability to view what is on this, on these camera recordings? I know that there is a lot of sensitivity there, but what is the process for that?
So you can go to indy.gov and request a public record to try to request a record. To have a record, you'll need the date, the time, the location, and the name of one person in that recording who's not a law enforcement officer. It'll get vetted by our legal department to make sure it's safe to share, and as long as we can do it, we'll release it to the public. There's also discretion by the chief of police. If he feels a video is necessary for the good of the community to share, he can allow us to do that as well.
Lieutenant Scott Kulig with IMPD. Thanks for the information and taking the time to take us all through it. We appreciate talking with you.
Thanks for your time.
All right, take care. It's 8